Hey Queens.
I'm sure many of us remember growing up in the era of 2000s indie pop remixes. It was the era of artists like Shefali Jariwala, aka DJ Doll, R.I.P. Queen, Alicia Chenoy, and Sona Mahapatra, as well as several other gorgeous, beautiful ladies who starred in their music videos. It was like you couldn't turn on Channel V without being slammed in the face with their glamour and presence. And I remember being absolutely spellbound by these women and wanting to grow up and be exactly like them. Fun fact, I used to love the Kata Laga song so much that I danced to it during a Ganesh Puja function. I even did like the scarf throw into the audience. It was so epic, it was so fun.
Okay, let's move on.
Desi pop divas absolutely dominated the market during the late 90s and early 2000s and were seemingly unbeatable. But then, one fine day, out of the blue, they all just kind of disappeared like a flock of migratory birds. And the legend of the indie pop baddie, which had lived in our minds for so long, just faded away. That is until now. Oh, yeah, that's right. In the last 2 years or so, with the rise of South Asian pop artists such as Wish, Nilusi, Lara and Rhea Raj, the legend of the Desi Popstar diva lives on and is only getting stronger by the day. Therefore, to honor their legacy and their continuing impact on popular culture, I'm going to be transforming myself into a Desi pop baddie. Let's go. Now, I like to think that I'm a bit of a baddie myself, albeit a very different kind. I think I give very witchy vibes, almost like a crystal ball baddie. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's not giving pop star. It's giving if you stare at her for too long, she'll put a hex on you. A black magic baddie, if you will. So, in order to soften this vibe, I had to study the aesthetic of a South Asian pop star. And in this video, I crafted 3 looks inspired by the style of 3 indie pop baddies. Keyword being inspired because these women are most likely styled by professionals and wear only the most high end designer clothing that money can buy. So it's impossible for me to achieve their exact look. Instead, my outfits can be seen as my personal interpretation of their aesthetics based on their most popular fits, as well as a general guide on what kind of outfits someone should wear if they wanted to dress like a Desi pop baddie. With that being said, here's the 3 looks. Look number one is inspired by the Indian girl group Wish. According to the internet, they are the first mainstream Indian pop girl group to grace the music industry in 20 years, and they've consistently been making waves in the music industry since their debut in March 2024. When you look at their outfits, you immediately see the vibe. It's very much pop princess. Their styling is very fun, flirty, and feminine, although sometimes they do go for quote unquote tougher looks. But in general, there's a lot of sequins, frills, ruffles, and dainty body chains, and the typical Wish outfit comprises a stylish body top worn with a mini skirt and thigh-high boots. And that's the look that I tried to go for as well, with a strappy cowl neck sequin party top and a multicolor sequin skirt. And in my mind, I was trying to combine these 2 outfits that Suchi is wearing. So instead of the thigh-high boots, I went with this leg warmer over heels look, which is so fun and youthful. Wish is not very big on accessorizing, nor do they use a lot of traditionally South Asian accessories in their outfits, which is why I also kept the accessories to a minimum. And for hair and makeup, similarly, I decided to keep it very fresh and glowy and sport my natural waves.
Undoubtedly the cutest out of all 3 looks. Very adorable. I would definitely wear this outside just as is. In fact, I think I might have actually worn this outfit already. Spoiler, but without the leg warmer heels thing. Like, that's an excellent addition to the outfit. It's so cute, so youthful, so unique. 10 on 10. Now on to the next one.
Now, look number 2 is inspired by Lara Raj, a Desi pop sensation and part of the immensely popular girl group Cat's Eye. Lara is known not only for her undeniable vocals, but also for her incredible face card, which seemingly never declines. Her style is very bold and sexy, but with a certain tomboyishness. Think Megan Fox from the Transformers or Suki, aka Devon Aoki from The Fast and the Furious. Very Y2K racer fashion, but make it pop star. Her wardrobe includes a lot of crop tops with bold graphic prints, corsets and bustiers, acid wash denims, studded belts, and fur jackets. She does occasionally do softer, more feminine looks, like this outfit that she wore for Teen Vogue, but it's still very much in her aesthetic realm, with the sports car silhouette of her bodysuit and the leather skirt. For my outfit, I took inspiration from this image of Lara, and the green top that I have is almost identical to hers, which I paired with a pleated denim miniskirt. I've noticed she's a fan of layering, especially like layering a strappy top or a bikini over her graphic tees. And that's why I layered this brown bikini over my top and put on a faux fur jacket to add an extra element of layering. I paired all of it with some black boots, and for jewelry, I added simple gold bangles and hoops similar to Lara. Lara's makeup is usually quite snatched. It's very dusky, very matte, with a sharp fox eyeliner, very 90s, including her hair, which is always in this perfect blowout. And lastly, she always wears her signature bejeweled bindi and gold pendant and chain with every look, and I think that's so cool.
I am actually surprised by how wearable the whole look is. Like, this is probably the most wearable out of all three looks. I would just put this on and go on outside without the bikini top, of course. It's really a very nice combination, really cute. Yeah, love it.
Okay, on to the next one. And finally, look number 3 is inspired by Lara's sister, Ria Raj. Ria Raj is quite arguably the final boss of Desi Popstar Baddies. Her style is extremely glamorous and avant-garde with bold colors and textures, but also containing the most amount of hidden cultural references. For example, the blue painted hands from her Mumbai music video, which she said was a reference to Lord Shiva, perhaps a callback to her roots in classical dancing. She's also the one who leans most heavily into using traditional South Asian accessories in her looks, with mang tikas, jhumkis, nose rings, glass bangles, and of course, bejeweled bindis all featuring in her various outfits. Hers was the toughest aesthetic to recreate, which is why I had to improvise the most with this look. Also, a thing that is common amongst Desi pop baddies is that their outfits tend to be very revealing, and Ria's outfits are probably the boldest of the three, no doubt to show off that body yachty yachty. But I'm not Ria, so I decided to be a little bit more modest with my fit, instead leaning into the other aesthetic elements that define her looks. The thin eyebrows, the high heels, the mystical, sensual aesthetic, almost like a modern day enchantress or siren. And of course, the bejeweled bindi. I also included the painted hands because they're so distinctive and kind of a dead giveaway for anyone wanting to identify a Ria Raj cosplay. They're also really cool actually.
So I had to do the most amount of jugaad for this look. Like, this top isn't a crop top. It's been cinched in with a safety pin, and then I had to put this flower on top of that to cover that. Skirt isn't a skirt. It's a bandhni printed scarf that I own that I've wrapped around to look like a mini skirt. I had neither the budget nor the means to source a professional pop star's outfits. I did what I could, and somehow it works. I think I'd probably wear this look again, but like with a longer skirt. I think that would look really cute. I would keep the painted hands though. Yo. So those are all the looks that I crafted to transform myself into a Desi pop star baddie. And if you were hoping to turn into one too, then let this be your guide to do so. The indie pop divas were such a huge style inspiration to me growing up, as well as I know to several other Indian girls from my generation. So it is an honor to be able to craft and style looks that are modeled after their somewhat successors. And I enjoyed this so much, you guys. I felt so beautiful and glamorous and like a baddie.
Hey, it's me again. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on all my socials. Definitely subscribe if you want me to make more such videos about pop culture, media, movies, fashion, and more every single week. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and if there's anyone that can help me with that goal, it's you. Thank you for listening to my yapping. Unfortunately, I will be back to do it again, and when I do, I hope to see you there. Okay, bye!